I've made a new creative video every day for the last 30 days. Today is day 30 and I'm going to tell you the results. Hey, this is going to be good. I've broken this review down into different sections. First one is the emotional journey of doing a 30-day challenge. The second is the skills that I improved. The third is conclusions and lessons I learnt from it. And the fourth thing is where I go from here.
I want to see you get down on your knees, boy, and sook it.
So to start with the emotional journey, the first video was one of the most difficult ones. I didn't know what I was capable of doing, and I didn't know if anyone was going to watch it and if it was a complete waste of time. The first video was a simple idea, but it took me so long to do that I had to upload it the next day. And that day was the 1st of April, and I thought maybe it'd be good to do one video every day for the whole month. I didn't really know how to edit that well, and also I didn't really have a work ethic around working hard on videos. My friend Alex in Australia texted me and said it was really good. My girlfriend texted me and said it was good, and she showed her family and they found it funny. So after that gave me the confidence to keep going forward. A couple of days after that I continued making the videos. No, it's out! It's free! It's the girl in yellow. Big stride, little legs. I think it was around 5 to 7 people who were watching the first ones, and they kept encouraging me. And then after a week, I decided to start putting them up on. I started to put them up on Facebook and tell everyone I know about it. People gave me a lot more encouragement, and then I started doing more interesting things in my videos. I started bringing back characters that I'd created at Ecole Philippe Gaulier.
Other side. Stud jump. Oh, good. Dumb.
And I started inventing new characters as well.
What's that behind your ear? It's the king of penises.
And I also started experimenting with special effects in the editing and different ways of editing. And then as the days went on, I started combining different things and experimenting to see if different things work together.
Pick up your wand, Eddie. Pick it up. Pick it up. Here's your wand. You can stick it up your ass.
But I had no idea what worked and what didn't, so I was just trying anything that I found fun. The more confident I got, the quicker the ideas came and the better the ideas got as well. So the ideas were coming and I was getting more excited about them. And I was working longer and longer until about halfway, where I was spending so many hours creating them that I started to burn out and it was unsustainable. So I took a 2-day break and uploaded 2 of my stage shows that I'd done at Ecole Philippe Gaulier.
We're going to have a lot of fun. Come with me.
And then when I came back to making videos, the first one was okay. I had a good idea for the first one.
In this video, I'm going to look at what love is.
And then after that, all my ideas dried up. I had no ideas at all. The next 3 days were some of the most stressful days of my whole life. I was panicking because I was past halfway, but I really wanted to complete this challenge. And then my girlfriend gave me an idea and I did that, and that saved me for that day. And then the day after that I had no ideas again and I was stressing. Then I went for a long 2-hour walk and I came back. It'd always taken me like the whole day to make a video, and on the walk I thought, oh, maybe I could try and see if I can make a video in just an hour. And then I made that video and it was pretty fun. It was fun to make that video because I couldn't bear to make any videos and I'd just be happy if I made one. And I felt good that I'd actually achieved it. I did the video in an hour. And then after that, the videos slowly started getting better again. And then I started experimenting more again and the ideas started flowing again.
It's a coincidence. I always keep a blood-stained knife in the back of my car.
I think the main thing that I did was I turned off all my social media so I wasn't being distracted. I think on that break that I had, I was going on social media too much and it was distracting and I left my phone on. I think when I turned it off, I became so bored that my mind just started creating ideas. So then it was good, I was creating some good videos that I was proud of, and one of the days I was going to do an animation, which I'd started this animation on that day where I couldn't come up with anything and I'd abandoned it thinking it was a pile of shit. So on this day I made this animation and about 5 people messaged me and said it was really good and I should make more. And my friend Artie messaged me and said, oh, you could use all your characters and like create a whole, like a little series from it. So I took his advice and I made a little mini series. And that mini series is probably the thing I'm most proud of during the whole challenge. Yeah, I'm proud of the story and the script, and the quality of it is fairly good considering I did it in a day. It turned out really fun and it was fun to make. However, to work like that is unsustainable for me, but I'll address that at the end.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go a little bit deeper. Oh, a steep. Hey, the rain's stopped now. Hey, what the hell is this? Hey, get these great big fingers away from me.
And then the last 2 days I started getting lazy because I knew how long it takes me to make videos now, and if I have an idea I know how long it will take to make it. In this part I'm going to talk about my improvement in my skills. I had done editing so I knew how to do it, but my skills were very basic. So at the end of these 30 days I can tell you that my editing skills are a lot better. Like my work speed is much quicker. I can get about 4 times the amount done that I could do at the start of the challenge. I also started using colour grading in my videos. I was only filming everything in one room, so I think the colour grade created the feeling that they were somewhere else. At one point I started adding in music to the videos. On YouTube Studio there's royalty-free music and sound effects that you can use, and I started putting them into my videos, and my videos were twice as good when I started putting music on them. I started experimenting with special effects like green screen and masking and keyframing and things like that. That was fun to do, and it gave me so many more options later on in my videos. The 5-part animation series I did, at the end, I could never have done that at the start of the challenge because I didn't have the skills. But each video I did added a new skill, and then when I got to this animation thing, I had all the skills to make it happen, to create it. Also script writing, before I was writing the whole script word for word, and I'd watched this Larry David video on how he creates Curb Your Enthusiasm, and he says his process is to write the story and not the dialogue, and then you improvise the dialogue, and that works much better for comedy. So I started doing that, and everything I was doing just seemed more natural. Conclusions and lessons. I experienced the importance of having deadlines. So for this 30-day challenge, my deadline was the end of each day to finish the video. And if I didn't have this deadline, most of those videos wouldn't have got made. It was because I had a deadline to finish it by that pushed me to get it finished. I also learned early on to lower my standards. To make a video in a day, you can't have high standards. Your standards have to be low. And if they're too high, you won't be able to sustain the workload and you'll fail. Also, I also found that because my standards were lower, I was exceeding my standards, and then my confidence was growing and I was actually wanted to do more, and it was enjoyable to do more. Lower expectations. I could have had the expectation to have 1,000 subscribers and have a video go viral, but those things are completely out of my control. So my only expectation was of myself to finish the 30-day challenge, and I didn't expect anything from anyone watching it either. I didn't expect anyone to comment saying they liked what I was doing. Although if they did say they liked what I was doing, then I'd go with that and do more of that thing that I'd done. This also taught me the importance of finishing an idea. If you have an idea, it's really good to manifest it in reality and finish it. Because once it's finished, you can drop it and leave it behind and then move on to the next thing. Also, I'm new to this, so I don't know what people want. So I don't think it's a good idea to put a lot of work into something if you don't know if people are going to want to see it. It's good to have lots of ideas and try out lots of them, and only then pick something to work hard on. Also learned during that tough period to not force ideas. Don't force ideas or expect them to come to you. You have to let them come to you naturally. So relaxation is equally as important. And also to stop input from TV or social media or the internet, because you need space for the ideas to come to you. My future plans after doing this challenge. The most fun thing I did was the animation series. However, there's a few problems with it, which were it was unsustainable to continuously make those videos in one day. I think I'd need 2 or 3 days, and then I could probably make them a bit better, and also I wouldn't be so stressed when I was making them. Not many people watch them, but the people that did watch them love them. So I think that what I'll do in future is I'll use that same format of the animations and the people, maybe turn it into like an educational video. But my actual idea is to make it into like a kind of kids show that is also for adults, where I create little stories to explore deep topics like life and death and kind of hard to answer questions about life. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed that and learnt something useful. I definitely recommend that everyone do a 30-day challenge, whether it be making a video or painting or any sort of creative thing. There's a link in the description of all 30 videos that I made during the challenge, plus some extra bonus ones. Also, there's a link for the 5-part animated mini-series that I made. I highly recommend you watch that as well. Until next time, goodbye!